and welcome to my first ever guide video. Earlier this week, the brand new secret exotic mission went live, and me and my team were able to get it done. It took us about 4 attempts, and on the 4th one, it was down to the wire. It was cutting pretty close, but I wanted to share what me and my team did, and hopefully it helps somebody out there. The total time for the mission is roughly about 20 minutes. So, I mean, it's however fast you go through the deep dive to get to the boss encounter, and then you have 10 minutes to beat the boss. The mission itself is hidden within the deep dives, and there is some things you have to do prior. So before you go into the deep dive, make sure that you have collected all 3 of the exotic fish, 1 from each location, deposited them at the helm, and you get the broken blades. You have to have the 3 different broken blades. It will tell you in your inventory that you have all 3. Side note, also, only your fire team leader actually needs to have all 3, and they don't go away if you complete it. If you have all 3 exotic fish and your friend doesn't want to do the RNG, you can take him in with you and he can still get the exotic. So now for what we did as a group, we were 2 Titans and a Hunter. I was on Bonk Titan with Tractor Cannon. That pretty much got me through everything up to the boss room, and I continued to use Tractor Cannon against the boss, although the Bonk Titan is much less effective against the boss himself. So make sure you have something solid for DPS weapon wise, because final boss is a tormentor and he likes to suppress your abilities. And then we also had another Bonk Titan. I don't think he was using Tractor Cannon. He at least for the final boss, he was using Thunderlord. We recommend using Thunderlord because it will stun lock. If you can, it's kind of wonky, but you can get it to stun lock the boss and just sit there and just do damage to him, which is really helpful. And then the Tractor Cannon debuff. There's other people that say that you can use Divinity and Leviathan's Breath, or Divinity and Thunderlord. I'm sure there's plenty of other options out there that you can use. You know, find what works for you. This is what worked for us. And it's not super important for you to use what we used in order for you to accomplish this secret mission. I'm just here to walk you through the steps of this is what we did. This is how we did it. All right, so you have the 3 broken blades. You go into the deep dive mission. Make sure you have a fire team with you. This secret mission requires it. I mean, it is difficult, it is challenging, and you can't go in there with just random people and no comms. So make sure you either LFG for a fire team or have, you know, a group of friends or a clan or whatever. And if you go into matchmaking for deep dives and by yourself trying to do this, not everybody is going to be trying to do the exotic mission. So don't expect that of random people. I highly recommend going in with a team, so that way you can have those people that are actually trying to do it with you. So you go into the deep dives. The very first water section is where your first statue is going to be. In the video, you'll see there's a path to the right before you do the giant jump down. He's tucked around in the corner there in a little drop. So that's going to be your first statue. Moving on, your second statue is going to be after the first encounter. So you'll do that encounter like normal. You don't have to start Toland and do all that. You just do the encounter or let the timer run out and do all that. But once the encounter is complete, you step out of the entry area, we'll call it, and up on a platform to your left, there's going to be a door that opens up. The second statue is tucked inside there. Now, moving on for the third statue, it is going to be in the next water section. Follow the path until you get to where you're at in the video, and just drop down and follow that path over to the left. That'll take you to your third statue, and then you're off to the second encounter. The second encounter you complete same exact way. Once you've completed the second encounter, do not go forward with the deep dive mission. Ignore the buffs and all that stuff. Off to the right, there is going to be a door that opens up. Go into that door, there's going to be 3 more hive statues. Each of you have to activate the statue and it's going to open up a barrier on the other side of the water wall. From there, go into the pool of water. You take the path that is going to get you all the way to the first boss. The first boss is a Taken Knight, and he's pretty easy. He's going to make an appearance after you walk the path, and these are all pretty straightforward paths, so there's no variation, there's nowhere else to go. Follow the path, get to the Taken Knight. Now you won't be able to do any damage to him until the Taken Minotaurs that spawn around him are killed. You have to kill 3 of those. And this is the same mechanic for the rest of the secret mission. You do some damage to him, he's gonna disappear. You continue on the path, kill any Taken along your way. Once you get into the first boss area, not only do you want to kill the boss, but you want to kill every single Taken along your way. These Taken will prevent the door from opening even if you kill the boss. So do not leave any Taken alive. Do the Guardian thing and kill them all. With the boss room, the first boss room, there's going to be the nuts that you have to shoot. Shoot the nut. The darkness barriers will go down. Kill the Minotaurs. Kill the boss. Boom. Now, as long as you've killed all the ads as well, the door will open up and you will be able to continue on. From there, you will reach the final boss area, and this is called the maze. You drop down into the maze. The boss is going to hang out in the center area, and it's a tormentor. And he's one of those tormentors that you can't really do anything to by like freezing or suppressing or strand suspending. So avoid him until you're ready for damage. And the way you start triggering damage is around the outside of the maze can spawn Taken Minotaurs. You have to go hunt those down, kill them, and once you've killed all 3, you can meet back in the middle and start damage. You get a buff that's like the blade is sharpened or sharpened blade or something like that. You get this buff, it gives you 1 minute and 15 seconds to do damage to the boss. Then once that timer goes out, scatter and go hunt down the Taken Minotaurs again. The faster you get those killed, the faster you can get back to a DPS phase. There's as many DPS phases as you can do time-wise. So, minute 15 seconds, scatter, go kill the Minotaurs. Now, the Minotaurs will be hidden around the map until a certain amount of time, and then diamonds will appear above their head, signifying their location. Don't wait for those diamonds to show up, because you will not have enough time to do it. So as soon as that timer is out or getting ready to run out for the boss DPS, be looking to or know where you're going to hunt down some Taken Minotaurs. They spawn in roughly the 4 corners of the maze. As long as you scatter out and start looking like that, and then kind of navigate if there's not one in your area, just navigate your side until you find them. For loadouts as well, I also recommend bringing something that will help you handle those Minotaurs, because they are yellow bar health, and they're surrounded by Taken phalanxes, and they like to do boop you and do a lot of damage to you, so they can kill you pretty easily. So Strand might be really good against those enemies. Once you've killed the boss, run on up the stairs to the back of the room, and at the top, there will be a statue, one of the darkness statues. Interact with it, commune with it, and you'll get the exotic. Now, at this point, mission's over. You've accomplished the task. Congratulations. You'll notice that there's a really long timer left for you to explore. That is because there's the secret darkness nodes. They're scattered throughout the maze. I have them in this video where each location is, what to look for. There's 7 of them. Shoot them with the new exotic scout, and you'll unlock a triumph and some dialogue from Xivu Arath. And I believe for the catalyst for the exotic, it is currently time gated. Hopefully we'll be able to acquire that next week. I've heard that it's a world drop, not related to the secret mission itself. So we will see how to acquire that soon. I almost forgot to mention, once you shoot all the darkness nodes, head back to the statue in order to get the triumph and dialogue for Xivu Arath. And I think that concludes this guide. Best of luck. I am planning on streaming free helps next week Wednesday night. So if this mission is something that you would like some help with and accomplishing, feel free to let me know in the comments. Follow me over on Kick, so that way you can know whenever I go live, and hopefully we can get you through it. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching, and hope this helps you. Take care.